I need to modify my design a little bit. I've been using something that's kind of like this, except that it has fans that come out that I usually just route into the single piece of wood. This is the template I would use to route it if I wasn't doing it by hand. But this part here, as cool as it is, at least I think so, it puts the low E tuning machine it's too much of an angle, and it actually kind of throws the whole thing off the way the strings spread. It just feels a little like too close on this side, too far on the other side. So I'm gonna modify it a little bit, but I'm gonna start by tracing this onto it, and then we'll just kind of modify from there. So I still like this, and like I said, this part here, so that's the inner curve. The outer curve actually goes a little bit more like that. Now, it needs to be balanced, so whatever happens down here, the tuning machine's going to be about there. When I was in high school, my friend Bill used to get pissed off at me because in biology class, this is how I draw my frogs, or whatever. I'd sketch them, and he drew straight lines. So anything I drew became known as the fuzzy and or hairy thing. I want these shapes to mirror each other. I think I got it. So I'm gonna get some tracing paper and make a copy of it before I start cutting. Widest part of the neck comes out right there, which is the same on both sides, I believe. But still, it's enough for me to figure out how much of a loot I want. It's hard to draw at this angle on the cameras anyway. And right here, I don't know if you can see it, but there is a line that is at 0.82 inches, which is the normal thickness of a modern guitar neck. But I'm going to give myself plenty of wiggle room when I start shaping the neck. This is where I always get backwards about what's the right thing to do now. So I'm going to need to trace this onto some tracing paper, because the first thing I really need to do is cut the angle. If I cut the angle, I lose my design because it's gone. Don't want to lose it. So the never-ending saga of the order of operations. I feel like I'm in grade school again. So I guess I need to go get that tracing paper and copy this. See, the other thing is I think I'm going to put carbon fiber rods in it, which I need to route the slots first. As long as I still got this flat edge, that's fine. Hold, please. Sometimes I get visitors. Every year it's snakes. I guess I made some sawdust this week. Jeepers. Fortunately, I have to transpose my headstock design onto the neck. And the reason I say fortunately is because it's June 1st here in Cincinnati. It is 95 degrees and humid out there, and the garage, I don't even want to know how hot the shop is. So anything I can do to stay inside where the air conditioning's on is not something I will be upset about. So I got my center line marked, thusly. And since I'm going to do a veneer on this one, let's get there just right. Normally these little wings, I think I've said this before, so I probably have, but these little wings I hand route, so it's all one piece of wood. But I've never done a veneer, so I want to try one. So I need to keep this template intact, because I thought about just, double side taping it down to the headstock blank part of the neck and just cutting it out right to the line. But that would destroy the template in multiple ways I don't want to destroy it in. My intent is still to get this neck pretty much done today. It's close. What was I going to show you? I was going to show you something. It seemed like it was important at the moment. What the heck? Oh, right. Okay. So I've got these lovely pieces of macassar, I think it's pronounced macassar, ebony, that my cousin, who builds guitars in I can never say the name of it. It's near Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina, and he scored some really fantastic pieces, which I am going to use. I've used them on a couple other guitars, but yeah, I mean, how awesome is that? To avoid there's a knot right there, or use it. I don't know. There's a split, but overall, it's in really good shape. So this will be going somewhere on somehow. We'll have a fretboard out of this by the end of the day, or at least the end of the video. One added bonus of being able to get the new bandsaw that I got, I went over there, is the original intention was to sell my old one or give it to a buddy of mine. We just haven't had the chance to connect that yet, so now I've got a smaller bandsaw, which is going to be really great for doing this. So maybe I'll keep it. I don't know. Seems like a little bit stupid to have two bandsaws in a shop, but especially when it's this big of a mess. But I'll take advantage of it while I have it. was going to use the bandsaw and resaw this, except I remembered I already did for another guitar. And this is just barely over a ½ inch thick. I need it to be a quarter of an inch thick. If I resaw it, I'm gonna use a thickness planer and just knock it down that way. It'll take a couple seconds longer. It might be faster actually. So, but I love this. Love this piece of wood. All right, got this plane down to a quarter inch. I want this side, so I'm gonna tape this down right to the right flush, and I've got a sled out in the garage on the table saw, and I align these notches with the little pin that I've got in the sled, and I go zip 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 with my little fret cutting table saw blade, which I'll show you shortly, which is kind of stupid expensive, but it really speeds the process up. Got my fretboard blank ready. Got the guide double side taped to it. Got my groovy little fret slot cutting table saw blade, which I got installed first. All right, so there's the blade installed. Then I'm going to bring the blade up and probably going to go about that deep. Locating the pin in the slot, and you just go right on down the line.